Hi friends, welcome back. Tonight I have a great story for you about a dragon. In particular, Duncan the Story Dragon by Amanda Driscoll, who not only wrote the book, but she also did the pictures too. And the pictures are pretty cool. I like them. What do you think this book is going to be about? What's he got in his hands? Books. It's going to have something to do with books and stories. You're right. And this is published by Scholastic Books. So Scholastic Books is a lot of great books, and a lot of them I've read. A lot of the books I've read, rather, have been from Scholastic Books. So thank you, Scholastic Books, for publishing such awesome children's books. Truly appreciate it. Let's begin. Duncan the dragon loved to read. Cool. When Duncan read a book, the story came to life. Wow. Look at that. And his imagination caught fire. Unfortunately, so did his books. Uh-oh. Now that's no good. I just want to finish a book, said Duncan. I need to know what happens. Do the pirates find treasure? Does the captain save the ship? Do aliens conquer the earth? And I want to read those two wonderful words like the last sip of a chocolate milkshake. The end. Is he happy? Is Duncan happy? No. All the books that he's reading are catching fire from his breath because he gets too excited. And he never knows what the end of the story is. Imagine if you read a book, and every time you read the book, you never knew the end of the story. How would that make you feel? Yeah. It would be frustrating, right? You never know what's going to happen. So just think of how he feels. And Duncan, he tried everything to keep his cool. Really? Truly? Everything. So there he is in a bathtub of ice. To no avail. Fire's still happening. Still catches fire, the book. He's in a refrigerator. Still book catches on fire. And then down here, do you know what these things are right here? You might not. But they're called fans. Fans. I know some people don't even use fans anymore, so you might not know what they are, but they're called fans, and they keep you cool. They blow, they spin, and the air comes out at you and keeps you cool. But none of that worked. I have an idea, said Duncan. I will find a friend to read to me. Well, that's a great idea, Duncan. Let's see who he's going to ask first. So Duncan searched a nearby neighborhood. Hello, friend, he said to the raccoon. Would you please read me this book? So let's think about this for a minute. Duncan is a big green dragon, and this raccoon is mighty small. And he is like right in his face, and look at the raccoon's face. Do you think the raccoon's going to read this book to Duncan? Let's see. Nope. Looks like he's going to hide. Aw, poor Duncan. Well, there's more animals. Let's see. Duncan explored an evergreen forest. Hello, friend. he said to a possum, "Could you please read me this book?" You think the possum's going to read the book to him? Let's see. He's just as small as the raccoon, so let's see what happens. Bonk. Oh my goodness, the possum fell over. Doesn't look like he's reading to Duncan anytime soon. Duncan traveled to a faraway farm. "Hello, friend," he said to the bull. "Will you please read me this book?" Okay, now here's a question for you. The bull is a lot bigger than the other animals. And he's got these big horns. Do you think he's going to be afraid of the dragon, Duncan? Let's see. Maybe he'll read the book. Let's find out. Yow! Oh, Duncan's afraid of the bull. He climbs up the tree lightning fast. Oh no. After searching the entire countryside, Duncan trudged back to his cottage. So we don't see it all, but it sounds like he probably found other animals and asked them, and no one would read to him. So now his head is hung low, and his shoulders are slouched, and he's got the book barely holding on to it, and he's just trudging. Trudging usually means like you're kind of like, boom, boom, boom. You're not walking, you're not running, you're just kind of slowly, he's really sad. Dragging his feet, kind of. As he hugged his book, a fat tear trickled down Duncan's cheek. It landed with a plop, dribble-drabbled across the floor, then ran split-splat into a mouse. Oh, poor Duncan. Here he is, crying his poor little eyes out because he can't read a book without it catching on fire. And the water goes right to the mouse. But hold on. The mouse, let's close up here, was reading a book called The Friendly Dragon. Do you think the mouse is going to read to him? Let's see what happens. Sad ending? Asked the mouse. I'll never know, said Duncan. As Duncan explained his problem, he noticed a twinkle in the mouse's eye. Do you like books? Duncan asked. I love books, said the mouse. Well, that sounds promising. The mouse loves books. I don't know what, there we go. Will you please read me this book? Certainly, said the mouse. So the mouse read to Duncan carefully. Oh, that's nice. Together, they battled sea monsters. Wow. Dodged icebergs. Whoa. And discovered new lands. Wow. They took breaks for roasted hot dogs and toasted marshmallows. And finally, the friends sailed home. Then the mouse read those two wonderful words like the last sip of a chocolate milkshake. The end. He finally heard the words, the end. He finally got to the end of his story without it catching on fire. That's so exciting. But actually, it wasn't the ending. It really was only the beginning. Because look at all those books that Duncan can read now with his friend, the mouse. And that is the end of our story. So I hope you like this one. One more thing, interestingly enough, sometimes the dedication is in the back of the book. And guess what? It is. It says for Mom and Dad with two wonderful words. love, and gratitude. And gratitude really means you're thankful. You're grateful for something that someone has done for you or something that has happened to you. And in this case, Duncan's grateful because he found a friend who will, read with him. And then love, well, love, they're friends now. So, they have that love for one another. In fact, Duncan even shares roasted marshmallows and hot dogs with his friend the mouse. So who knows what other adventures they're going to share. So I really love this book because I think reading can transport you to anywhere in the world. And you can do anything in a book. You can experience anything. You could be a superhero. You could be in a science fiction story in outer space. You could be in another town. Or you might have a new pet that you wouldn't have had. All these things can happen. Tales about moving. Tales about family. There's pirate adventures. There's so many stories. There's real stories. There's pretend stories. Books can take you anywhere, and I think that's a great thing to know because you can watch TV, you can watch cartoons, you can play a video game, you can do all those things too. But you are seeing it. You're looking at it, and it's already there. With a book, even though this has pictures, there's parts that are missing. And you fill in the blanks with your brain. You're using your brain to fire up the old imagination. And unlike Duncan, you're not setting books on fire because you don't have fiery breath when you get excited. You're just enjoying it. So I just think this is a great book. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the next book. Okay? So there it is. Duncan the Story Dragon. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.